Today being the 1st of April, the year 2022, good morning and welcome to the Acute Show. My name is Emmanuel Muyuka. Hi, welcome to the Acute Show. My name is Emmanuel Muyuka, and we are continuing with the leadership series that we have been tackling since our first episode. And with me in studio, I'm joined with two colleagues who are going to speak with us more about leadership. I'll let themselves to introduce themselves.
Thank you. Hi everyone, dear viewers. My name is Hemston Omamo. I'm a student leader at KCA University, and thank you for hosting me.
Okay. My name is Godfrey Bet, student representative, and thank you for hosting me.
Thank you very much for coming and having time to join me in the Acute Show. Last week we were speaking about leadership, and we were speaking about who is a leader, challenges, we spoke about the qualities. And today my first question will go to you, Mr. Mam. What motivates you to be a leader?
Barack Obama said when he was giving an address the other time when he was back to the State House, he said that a leader must create impact. And the motivation behind pushing for an impact and getting an influence upon the people is what should motivate a leader. And I join him to agree and concur with him that actually I'm also, the crave for impact is what motivates me to become a leader. So that is what motivates me.
Nice. What about you, Mr. God?
Okay, what motivates me is the fact that I want to be a leader. I want to have. I want to help people out there suffering. And if there is any way, the only way that I can be helpful to them is through being a leader. I want to help them. I want to be a solution to the problems we face. That's what motivates me to be a leader.
You have just said that you want to be the solution.
Yeah.
So does that mean that when you become a leader of a certain group, you'll want to get solutions for them?
Yeah, actually, being a leader, you aspire to fill the many loopholes available in society. Currently, we have a lot of problems facing the sectors we live. And the prime goal of a leader is to try to bring up solutions. What are you going to do? What plans or strategies will you implement that will ensure that you eradicate the problems in that field and get them? Just basically. So to me, if there is any way that I can help people, then count me in. I just want to be a solution to the problems.
Oh, right, that's good. Mr. Mamo, do you concur with what Mr. Godfrey said?
Yeah, like I said before, that leadership is about impact and it's about influence. So it is about you being as a lead, standing in for people because you are the vision bearer. So a man who has a vision must allow people to buy into the vision, because that is when now we say that you are a leader. When people are able to buy into your vision, when they are able to feel your impact, and when they are able to be influenced by how whatever you have at stake for them. So when he says that it's good to be there are a lot of loopholes that actually in our society, contemporary society that we are facing right now, then I would concur. And that is why it is very important. Leadership is not a topic that we can collectively exhaust it even now, but it is a topic that paves way for more deliberations and more conversations, so that we can come to a point where we can, have a unanimous agreement on what leadership is all about and how we can have that impact. Another thing is that impact is, a leader is only a burden bearer. So definitely it means that he must have people around him that are ready to push for his vision, that are ready to conceive the vision on his behalf. So what he does is just to become a spotlight So in that measure is that where the spotlight direct is where they follow. And so it's a collective responsibility, because again, if you want to have an influence upon a generation, then you can't do it alone. So that is why it's important that a leader and also the led buys to the vision and then runs away with it. Yeah.
You are speaking about a leader have some followers, isn't it?
Yes.
Does that mean that politicians are leaders?
You know, it is very important that, thank you for asking that question, because this is what we say. You know, when you talk about politics, politics comes from the word politicos. Now that means a game of interest.
Yes.
So it means that even as a leader, you know, I'll just answer your question in a few. Even as a leader, you have interest, because once you are a politician, what you have at stake is interest. Whether they are your personal interest, which now leads to cronyism or corruption, and whether they are interests which are of the people, which will make you stand out. So I would say that every politician who runs for an office wants to be a leader. So every politician must be a leader. Every politician must be a leader. Yes.
That's correct. Mr. Godfrey, do you think every politician must be a leader?
Very true. In order to become a politician, definitely you must have intentions aimed at helping the people. Your line of reasoning should be people oriented. You should, despite your needs and the rank you... Okay, a politician is not supposed to aim for the rank, but aim for helping people. That's why we have people who they have stagnated in the rank, because they put their desires first at the expense of what people desire. So yes, they are politicians. You must be leaders.
All right, that's great. Moving forward to you, Mr. Omam.
Yes.
Who is your favorite leader, and why do you think that they are your favorite leader?
Thank you for that. Of course, in the spiritual spectrum, definitely we look at Jesus as the master. So we look at him as the perfect embodiment of how a man should look like. But when we come to politics, because I'm also, you know, a young man who is passionate about leadership, and in that spectrum, I buy into the ideas of the 44th President of the United States of America, that is Barack Obama. I love the ideology, because he's a Democrat, and a liberal Democrat for that matter. And I also love you know, this American civil engineer who engineered a lot of civil activities in America, called Martin Luther King Jr. He is when he mentions I have a dream, then he's a man with a vision. And then also, of course, John C. Maxwell. There are people who basically shape my whole mentality about leadership and how it should be done and how things should just run. So then definitely Uhuru Kenyatta, you know, back in our country, Kenya. So there are people who I look to, and just to mention a few, because there are many, but for the sake of time and all that, I would love to really have the mention of a few.
Yeah, Mr. Momo has mentioned Martin Luther King, and I just remember the speech that he gave. I have a dream. Actually, it's a very good speech.
A good one.
I've ever tried listening to it.
Yeah, it was given in Lincoln Memorial, at the steps of Lincoln Memorial. It was a time when America was going through a lot of racial prejudice, a lot of economic meltdown, and a lot of a lot of racial sabotage. And it was incumbent that someone arises, a voice arises. And I remember, you know, of course I wasn't there, but I saw, you know, when you see Martin Luther King Jr. standing there, you know, at the stairs, and, you know, putting forward his vision about America, how he envisions America from the, you know, Philadelphia, Mississippi, and all those, you know, the mountains of America. And you can see that he's a man who has a vision for the country, and he's a leader. Yeah.
For you, Mr. Godfrey, who is your favorite leader?
Okay, as leaders, first of all,
Yeah.
in Luka, we are expected to portray some certain qualities. For me, I really admire Julius Malema, member of Parliament in South Africa.
Yeah.
I really admire how he addresses his issues.
Yeah.
He doesn't like his plans getting contradicted. He's a great man. He's generally politically he's very good. Okay, and again, I like how determined he is. If he come up with a certain bill that he wants to be implemented, he will fight. He doesn't, regardless of what will come up, until he makes sure his bill is amended. I admire Julius Malema. That's internationally. In Kenya, well, I admire the governor of Elgeyo Marakwet. I also admire DP. His strategies, the line of reasoning, I just admire.
All right, thanks. We shall not go much into politics because I know you guys. When we start politicking, yeah, it's gonna be hot.
True.
Moving forward, if I may ask, what quality do you think that you possess as a leader that makes you think that yes, if I'm chosen to lead a particular team, this is the only quality? Or if maybe they are doing some interviews or maybe they are doing some vetting, they will just look at this quality that you have, this unique quality that you have about being a leader.
What a question. You know, a lot of times it's hard task to put yourself in a position of answering that.
Yes.
You know, you better leave it to people to know. I mean, how do you, whatever is in you. But I think for me, one thing that I strive to is excellence. Yeah, excellence in the sense that how I lead should be I should be an excellent figure. You know, excellence in area of impact, like I said before, because we are here to create impact, and so I need to be excellent in the same. So I think that is one thing that I wake up every day and I strive to. And my biggest pursuit is excellence in leadership.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you are just excellent. Yeah, the excellent part of you makes you want to become a leader.
Thank you.
And that's great. What about you, Mr. Godfrey?
Okay, what I feel makes me unique in the field of leadership, I'm a man of my word. Once I tell people I'm going to do this, I won't rest until I ensure I've done it. Yeah, I just basically do what I say. And everything I say, I have analyzed it first. I have reasoned and done research on all angles. I just ensure that I deliver what I promise to the people. I don't build castles. I promise people what I'm able to do. That's what I'm a man of.
That's great. You are a man of your words. Dear viewers, the hashtag will always, as it has been, hashtag The Acute Show. Keep tweeting on The Acute Show, and we are here to enlighten you more about leadership. Let's move forward. You've said that excellent. You've said that that's the zeal, the hard work and the trustworthiness that you have to keep your words. And Mr. Omamo has said that excellent. Actually, excellence making me, when someone says excellence, you are like, you say that hard working. Actually, you people will be good leaders. Yeah? And I hope that you're good leaders in every phase that you are.
Yes, true.
Mr. Omamo, have you ever held a leadership position?
Yeah, severally, from back, high school, primary, back when I was in my kindergarten, actually. Kindergarten, transcending into primary, a series of appointments, being a class governor, we used to call them class governors in our schools, transcending to become, the school president, we used to call them the president at the levels. And then when I came to high school, I definitely became, a student representative, and also the librarian. I was helping in the book sector, and later I was the vice president in my high school. Then now the university, in various capacities, but largely class representative, representing my class, and also my faculty at length. So I've been a leader.
That's great. Yeah, I see you have held different leadership positions. Mr. Godfrey,
Yes.
if I may just ask,
Yes, ma'am.
you have been a leader in different fields. What is that thing that you wanna say that has been the major challenge?
Okay, the major challenge I faced as a leader. The first one, people will judge you based on your mistakes more than what you've done. The biggest challenge actually, being a leader, you can't accommodate everyone. As much as better or good you become to people, they will also just have a bad attitude towards you. That's been a challenge that has somehow hindered my accountability, as in terms of service delivery, the kind of opinion. And again, we have people, being a leader, you are a public figure.
Yes.
There are people who have their aims aimed at lowering you. That's the main problem. They will start forming bad news about you. They'll form stories. They'll come up with issues that you've actually not engaged yourself with. You will be called all sorts of names, and that in some way hinders service delivery.
Oh, that's great. And do you delegate duties? Or is it necessary, or is it a must that you delegate duties as a leader? Maybe, for example, you as a leader, you have been given a task to do. Is it right, or do you see it good for you to delegate the duties to others?
Okay, it depends. If I've been delegated a certain duty, and I believe somebody is in a more capacity to do it much better than I can, definitely the prime goal is that duty to be done. I won't mind letting another person take that charge.
That's great. What about you, Mr. Obama?
So maybe taking it from the challenge, like you asked him. You know, a person who is geared to impact will always, get a lot of obstacles along the way.
Yeah.
Because, like I said before, it's all about people buying into whatever you are saying. So the biggest challenge is dealing with people who are mediocre, like I say, because excellence, the opposite is mediocrity. So people who are there, trying to be mediocre, trying to think that this can't be done, and pessimism is a disease that bewilders even our generation. They think that this one can't be done. So changing a name narrative is sometimes difficult, and trying to get them by the idea. So I think that one, among many other challenges, that one stands out for me. And then number two on delegation, the art of delegation. I think there's a book I read, and the title of the book is How Do You Become a Boss When You Are Absent? So it means that as a leader, you have to be in a position where you can become a boss even in your absentia. And that one, to me, that one makes a good leader. A good leader is when you have created impact, it means that everyone can then carry it forward, not necessarily you. Actually, you should not be seen as a leader. You are just there to give direction. But the people carrying out the thing are the people that should actually, razzmatize and put your leadership to be seen. So you are just there, humble, and then people see. So I believe in delegation. I believe in people becoming boss. I believe in creating impact in the same measure, and me sitting down and letting things be done.
Thank you very much. Absolutely, this discussion could continue, but my director is telling me that we have only 1 minute left. Yeah, for my viewers, I want to tell you that thank you very much for tuning in to the Acute Show, this being the leadership series. Next episode we shall mostly be measuring on challenges and the effects of good leadership and bad leadership. We will be comparing bad leadership and good leadership. For Mr. Mamu, thank you for checking on us. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Mr. Godfrey, as you have always done, always come here. Thank you very much once more. Thank you very much.